Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of 0 to 60. It's late Sunday night here, and I thought I'd better give you guys a bit of an update on what's happening with the brakes. Because you might have noticed, we've got the rear ones on. So, my interactions with China, they weren't brilliant, and they didn't really explain what they'd done wrong, whether they've got the data wrong, or they've sent me the wrong bracket. Like I said, I think they've sent me the wrong bracket. However, earlier today I started playing around, and I've made some modifications to the brackets they've sent me, just to get the calipers mounted up, because I want to get the brakes bled up and see how the master cylinder feels. I wanted to use the car on track next Saturday, so 6 days from now, and I think I'm just going to be cutting it a bit fine, although I should have the correct brackets by the end of the week. I figured I should probably just see if we can get them bled up and test it and just see if it works with the standard master cylinder and so on. Now, these brakes they're bolted on with the brackets they've supplied, but they don't fit perfectly, and I'll try and show you what I mean. So hopefully, well, I don't think GoPro's going to pick it up, but the pad is actually about 1 to 2 mil off the edge of the disc. There's probably no way to get in there easily, but yeah, the disc isn't actually, the pad is not fully on the disc. The pad is hanging out about 2 mil off the back, which is not what you want. I'll just show you in here quickly as well. Like, it looks sort of alright where it is. It took quite a few modifications to get it to fit, but it is on there, it is solid, but it won't be on there forever. But like I said, I just want to mount them and see how we go. And you can see how the brake line they supplied, I've just looped it round for now. It can't actually get near the drive shaft. It is up out the way, but it is literally twice the length that it needs to be. So that's another thing that hopefully they'll send me this week. And that's just the other side for reference. The other thing I wanted to do, I want to bleed them up, pressurize the brakes on the hoist today, and then just make sure that nothing is leaking. No leaks out of any of the piston seals, brake lines, anything like that. I know we're not going to, obviously we can't load it up massively, but we can still stomp on the pedal as hard as we can and just pressurize the system as hard as it's ever going to be pressurized, even if they're not hot. But yeah, I don't think I actually showed you that one the other day, but the right-hand side one is all fitted up. It's all gone. The fronts were sweet. No real issues with the fronts at all. Yeah, it's just the rears that are all wrong. And I've got David. He is going to help me bleed them up. So I'll get you to lower the car down a bit.
Do you want to pull that locker in a sec?
Certainly will.
You ready?
Yep, safe to go down. Yeah, with the bleeding, all I really did was just sort of let it gravity feed through into here. But it hasn't had a proper brake bleed yet, which is what we're going to do now. And we'll see if we can get some decent pad feel, because right now it does feel super spongy. So Dave's just hopped up in there. How does that feel?
The brake pedal?
Yeah.
It's, I mean, obviously the engine isn't running, so you haven't got full vacuum, but typically, for me, it feels pretty soft.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit too soft.
Yeah.
But like I said, that hasn't had a proper bleed. All right, so let's try and bleed it up. And of course, I'm expecting to have to bleed the ABS system as well. Actually, I'll need to get a 11mm spanner. All right, so we'll start on the nipple furthest away from the master cylinder. I'll open that so you can hear me.
Cool.
All right. So,
Say when.
she's cracked off. Do you want to pump it a bit? Okay. Now, on the next one...
Hold.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hit the floor.
Cool. And let it go up. And go down slowly. You going down slow?
Yep.
Did it get tight?
Yeah.
So a fair bit of air did come out of that.
Huh, that's good.
Like, I can see little bubbles in it. So we'll just nip that up. Spilling brake fluid.
Is it squirting?
Just when you take it off the nipple. And we'll just do the inside one as well. So the rubber's nice and tight. And okay, you want to pump it slowly?
Yep.
Yeah, air.
Damn.
Okay, into the floor.
Yep.
And up. And down slowly, and tell me when you're going down.
Going down.
Get solid?
Yep.
Sweet. That's basically the process I'm going to use on the calipers. I guess we can go, I'll go around and do all the other three, and we'll give you an update on how the pedal feels after it's done. All right, that is the last one bled. Now, what I've done on all of them, just basically rinse it down with brake clean. Because, actually you can see on that one, there's still some shiny just around the, see, brake fluid come out. Yeah, just want to wash all that brake fluid away that you do lose while you're bleeding, because I don't want the paint to be on the calipers. Mind you, we'll probably end up repainting them. It's not the end of the world. Learn how to do it right now. Okay, Dave, you were saying that pedal was feeling pretty damn good. Actually, I probably should tell him. The left rear one, not a lot of air come out of it. A hell of a lot of air come out of this caliper. Which is weird, this is the last one I did.
I reckon that feels pretty good, man.
You reckon it feels better?
Well, it definitely feels a lot better, but I reckon that it stiffens right up, it goes hard.
I didn't want to film the whole thing, sort of in a 20-minute video, but yeah, as we did each caliper, the pedal was getting better and better, and it feels solid now.
Yeah, I reckon she's ready for a road test.
Okay, what I want to do, in fact, what we're going to do is leave it on the hoist now. Are you standing on that as hard as you can?
I can.
Yeah, go on. Basically, yeah, we'll get Dave to push the pedal as hard as he can and just leave it overnight and just see if there's any brake fluid anywhere that shouldn't be in the morning. Everywhere has been cleaned with brake cleaner, so every single fitting, line, all of the calipers, actually need to double check that other one, that last one, will be dry, and we just want to make sure we've got nothing leaking, no seals leaking, and it's all sweet before we go on a drive.
Yeah. So I can either stay here for the night holding the brake pedal,
I think that would be best.
or I could wedge some wood in there.
And speaking of the wood, I need to thank you guys. I've never actually changed calipers before, and the tips that 2 or 3 of you actually mentioned it, to push the pedal down a little bit when I take a caliper off, and that stops the brake fluid from draining out all on its own. I had no idea. There you go. You learn something every day. Yeah, I guess just to summarise, we're going to... Those brackets are probably going to be okay, but the caliper alignment's not perfect, having that pad sticking out.
Yeah.
So I will wait before I take it on a proper drive. But I do want to we'll probably do a road test tomorrow, just see, make sure it feels sort of alright.
And see what they look like with these huge brakes on as well.
They do look so good. Oh man. Yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully they get those brackets sent off this week and the new lines, because that just looks terrible all looped around like that. But yeah, that's it. I guess a bit of an update on what we're doing with the brakes. I'd say it's a 50-50 chance of making it to roll racing this weekend.
Fingers crossed. It's coming up so quick. It's terrible.
Doesn't it? If all the stars align, we should get the brakes finished and the diff in. But I'm not going to rush it. I'm definitely not going to get it finished and then just, like, if we finish it Friday, I'm not going to go. I want to get 2 or 3 days of driving on this before we head down to the track, make sure everything is safe.
Before you're braking at 215 kilometers an hour.
Next to something
quickly.
Like 10 times more than this car.
Yeah.
That's alright. Alright guys, look, thank you very much for watching again. Brakes are coming along. So many people trying to get the contact details on where I got them from, and I'm still not going to give it. Like, I'm not ecstatic about the service at this point in time. They sent the wrong kit. They're very hard to deal with, talk to. Just hold off and we'll wait and see if the brakes are as good as they should be before anybody else goes and buys them.
Yeah, because they may still be rubbish.
Hope they're not.
No, hopefully.
Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching.
We'll see you on the next one.